Hello, listeners out there. Welcome to the Petty Cash Podcast. I'm your host for today, Joseph, and I'm here joined by my other co-hosts here,
Vinny,
Sabrina,
Danny,
and Charles.
And yeah, oh my gosh, it's been a couple of weeks. But
what an eventful freaking couple of weeks. Holy shit.
Yeah.
to say the least.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, first and foremost, happy birthday, Vinny.
Thank you.
Hey. 34 years young.
I'm getting old!
You shut up.
How many times have we said
we need a counter here for Charles.
you shut up. That's gonna be one of like the merchandise of the show. You shut up.
It'll be a picture of Charles with his angry face, like,
It's just Charles's face, and there's like a speech bubble, on the left of him that just says, "I'm old," and then the back of the shirt, "You shut up."
It's gonna be like the #1 bestseller.
Yes!
Hot.
You know what we do? Hang on a second. Did you guys ever watch that YouTube series called Son and Blart?
Oh yeah.
We make a face that looks like you as Blart.
Oh,
shit!
He's in the walls.
He's in the goddamn walls! Yes, son. How long you been standing out there? I don't know. 2, 3. 2 or 3 what? 2 or 3 what? 2 or 3 what?
I don't know.
All right, I don't know about it, so shut up about that. All right.
You're missing out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
a very good series.
I was gonna say a lot of eventful things happened. I was gonna say a bunch of movies just released. Of course, another Flash trailer came out. Kind of eyeballing the little Target bag here, but it has the Nolan figures, and oh god, I don't want to, like, hey, just I got all the line from, McFarlane, the Flash figures. The movie really sucks. Like,
And there's Jazia.
I mean, it sounds like based on the CinemaCon buzz, people loved it.
Oh yeah, no, the whole news about it with everything, like people like one of the guys from Mad Monster, Lewis from Nuke the Fridge, he saw it and he was just like, because I immediately like messaged that guy, and I was
how
like,
was it?
yeah, like I was just like, oh dude, like Lewis, you have to tell me that. He's just like, man, that was probably one of the best, like not just a studio movie, that was just like a really, really good superhero movie. Like
That's good.
Everyone
That's like the majority of the praise.
surprising like performances. Of course, Keaton is standout, but I'll do the allegations and everything. Like Ezra Miller did a great job as well. Also, Sasha Cow, the girl who plays Supergirl, the one who played Supergirl, she did a good job, and of course, Michael Shannon returns, Ben Affleck, so. I know. It's just like, as soon as those tickets go on sale, it's like, fucking buy.
What are we
Just
doing?
buy
IMAX
it.
and a Capri? What we doing?
The best, high quality, video and sound. So Dolby all the way.
Dolby Cinema,
Ooh.
yeah.
I mean,
Like that first, going back to that Dolby AMC thing, like our first movie was, and it was like weird, like a difference, because after we came back from our Ghostbusters, Canada trip, Charles, it was just like, I was kind of looking in, like, what's the whole difference with this Dolby thing and all that, and so, of course, like, IMAX has the big screen, but like Dolby had like the sound and everything, and when we went, I think it was we did the Dolby showing first for Ghostbusters.
yeah, we did Ghostbusters Afterlife.
And then IMAX. But then that was like a nice night and day contrast. Like, whoa, I actually like the Dolby one better.
What was great about the Dolby Cinema, because we've talked about this before, is the surround sound. You really feel it in the seats. So,
Oh yeah.
We sat by the speakers, was like,
I remember when we saw the Batmobile scene, we felt that car.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it was funny though, and I have to point this out there, like Christian, when I just see this kid in his chair going like, and I'm like, this one worked. So yeah, no, definitely, yeah, Dolby for the Flash. That one for IMAX, and there's a 3D one. I'll go for it. So,
Really?
Oh yeah. What are you looking for, Charles?
Oh, just checking what the cat was.
Looking at me.
Yeah, right,
Right here.
It's looking at Joe Bob Briggs here. Yeah.
Monster Vision.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Yeah.
figure out where the cat was because like I kept hearing her. I was like, where did she go?
Yeah, she's right there.
So,
Yeah.
related to what you were saying, once we see and hear the 1989 Batmobile on screen, I'm gonna be clutching my seat, going, "I'm Batman."
Sir, you can't wear that.
All the managers.
I will do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh my God.
We're not with him.
I don't care, dude. That guy brought the mask.
I know. I'm the dude that brought the mask. I
You
don't
should, you should just cover the holes and then use it as a popcorn bucket.
That'll be butter I can't get off for days. It'll be so easy to slip on, but the acne afterwards will be suffer.
But you rip the mask like Keaton Returns. It's
That flavor's really sealed in there.
It tastes like theater butter.
But I could just imagine as soon as he shows up on screen, I'm just going to look around and it's just going to be nothing but Batman masks as far as the eye can see.
we'll get a seat by the projector. So you see the silhouette of the Batman here. And copyright.
Yeah.
No.
You'll just see a theater as soon as Keaton shows up. Everyone will just bend their heads down, and then everyone picks their heads up, and all you see are just bat ears all throughout the theater. It'll be literally a bat cave.
Yeah.
Cave.
Man. I don't know, like that. Okay, for me, like that last trailer and then that Japanese one, I'm like that is it. I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
so I am good. So definitely a flashes of whatever advanced screening first day showing. The whole weekend is.
It probably will, tickets will probably go on sale within the next 2 weeks.
I would say maybe like I would like to hope like Monday, Tuesday, but I can tell probably to I know that Guardians of the Galaxy comes out next Thursday. It's
Right.
just to like ruin the sales. We're just going to release it on the Monday, Tuesday.
Exactly.
And then boom, here it goes. So that's going to be an
And the
insta buy.
Flash has made $500 million.
James Gunn's like, hey, double win for me. I'm at DC already. He doesn't care. But yeah, how's everybody doing right now?
Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I've been going on overdrive ever since my birthday, just purging and going through things.
You went to Oregano's, didn't you?
Yeah.
I saw that background. I'm like, oh, dude,
Nice.
that's making me hungry.
It was so good. Like the freaking rigatoni with the chicken and the music and the environment, being surrounded by what family I could be with, because my parents were out of state, and it was great. It was a wonderful time, but I just made $150 on just a small portion of my Transformers figures that I sold to one of the toy shops here. So I'm happy.
Right on.
That's money in my pocket that I'm going to use for my trip coming up. And
so that $150 is just gone.
yeah. Here, Hayden Christensen. Here's my money.
You paid him in Transformers.
And it's good.
Being transformed.
All right, Sabrina, what about you?
Oh my gosh, this week I've been working 12-hour shifts at work. All this
aren't we all?
overtime. Yeah, so I'm tired to say the least. A lot of bullshit stuff been going on at work. Other than that, last weekend we went to my friend's wedding.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I was the maid of honor, and Will was the groomsman.
I was a groomsman.
You're a groomsman? You
I was voluntold to be a
Yeah.
groomsman.
Okay.
Wow. I don't know you, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know you, but you got a suit. Come here.
No, okay, so she didn't know this either.
Yeah.
We were gonna match. She was gonna wear a navy blue dress with a white stripe. I
Wait,
went
you
out.
wore a navy blue dress.
I went out and I got a polo that was navy blue and had a white collar. So I'm like,
Oh,
they're
okay. They're gonna match,
Yeah.
right?
So we go to the rehearsal. Everything's fine. The second I stepped onto like the reception hall and like where everything was gonna be, my mind just went.
So it was a redneck
Was
wedding?
it that
Not
bad?
really. But
Yeah.
that was the vibe I got.
Oh.
And he's like, "Your friends are weird, Sabrina."
So am I.
He's like, "No, you guys are trailer trash."
No, not really.
No, they weren't.
Okay,
No, they're not
I
that.
got
Yeah.
when I stepped onto the reception area.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Because she was also the maid of honor and I was a groomsman, that night was after we like rehearsed everything we had to do, we went out for dinner afterwards to Salt Taco
Oh,
y Tequila. I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called. It's
Yeah.
out by Santan Village. Really good food.
Yeah, really good food.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's also where we saw that fire dancer.
Oh, yeah.
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 And last week was weird in that we went out so many times.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I only paid for stuff twice.
Sabrina paid for most
No,
of it.
So they ditched.
Wednesday was her father's birthday, and they invited me to come with. And her dad paid for everything.
I know. That was so nice of him to do that for you.
Wait, he
Once
paid
again.
for his own birthday?
Yeah, he paid for his own
What?
birthday dinner.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the sushi place was really good.
What about the your mom and all that? Like, oh honey, I got this, or
No.
kids in it.
Wow.
No, she
Okay.
didn't. But she got him a new wedding ring.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't one
it
of
was
those like
really nice.
hidden rings like in the cupcake, and he's like,
No.
Oh no!
Okay, thank goodness.
Super nice, super cool though.
Choked on the Yeah, so happy birthday in the urgent care, ER, yeah.
Here's your new wedding ring and the emergency call.
pull the plug, you're already awake.
I have the mindset of everyone deserves something on their birthday, so I got him a $50 Amazon gift card. He's like, "You didn't have to do anything." Like, sir, happy birthday.
Right on.
So $50, sir, not 100.
So, pay for that dinner. Thursday, what did we do Thursday?
We went to Paula's birthday.
We went to Paula's birthday, and
One of my friend's birthday dinners.
Oh,
I
okay.
paid for us then, and then Friday was the rehearsal dinner, and then the dinner afterwards. Her parents paid for us. I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, the bride's parents paid for
How
all
many
of
people
us.
were there?
At least 10.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
That wasn't cheap.
The food was really good.
It was
though.
delicious.
I know. Bless you.
Bless you.
Saturday was the actual wedding. Olive Garden catered, which was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, the bride and groom invited us out for drinks. And then her parents, the bride's parents joined us, and they paid for us again. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like a fucking freeloader here.
Well, I mean, well, okay,
Anyway,
that.
but-
Charles, what about you, man?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, oh, man, just from last podcast to now, I mean, it's been busy at work, especially these last couple of days. But overall, it's been good. It's been really good, and we've been doing well. And as far as life goes, staying alive, upright, breathing, and not falling apart.
Any day above ground is a good day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any day you wake up, you're like, still alive. I'm kidding. But no, it's been going pretty good. I'm just, right now I'm enjoying Jedi Survivor. That is freaking awesome.
Ooh.
How is it, man?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm not gonna. I haven't gotten too far, but I'm not gonna like try and spoil that. But it's good. They've done a good job. The sound quality, is just like amazing on my speakers. And for those that are listening, if you have a surround sound system, make sure you go into the settings and turn on the studio reference mode. Yeah, you will thank me.
to blow up all the windows in the house.
Exactly. THX, yeah.
Turn it on.
Exactly. The audience is now deaf.
Yeah, we saw. Actually, 2 horror movies. One with each. I saw one with Charles, one with Vinny. But the first one we saw was Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
the
Yes.
5th installment. Oh, okay. So yeah, we won't be getting into spoilers or anything. It was really cool, by the way. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Mad Monster.
Yes,
for
thank you.
the special treatment. That was awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So went there and everything. Saw a bunch of familiar faces from the people at Majestic, Aaron, yeah,
It was like all the usual horror suspects.
yeah, everyone at Terror Trader, yeah, Lauren, yeah, too. It was kind of cool though. Like the whole horror community was like in that audience and everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
So our good friend Christian was there along with his bud. I forgot his name, but yeah, it was the 5th installment. There's a shit ton of blood in it.
Yep.
where I don't want to like rank it, but I mean, what did you think about it, Charles? Like,
Out of like 10,
yeah.
I give it 7.5. 7. Yeah.
Yeah, right around like
Yeah.
a 7, like 7.5. Yeah, right
Yeah.
around there. I wouldn't say like. I saw there was like some people comparing it to like the remake, but I'm like I like the remake just because it wins by one fucking thing.
I know what you're talking
To
about.
a couple things. Yeah. So, no, this one right here takes place in L.A. It's about 2 sisters. One's a single mom and everything, and of course they find the Book of the Dead, and of course all hell breaks loose in this small little L.A. apartment.
Yep.
And just to warn everyone, there is no Ash. Just FYI.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So and
I know he was
there's
service.
there's nothing at the end.
I know he was a
Yeah.
producer on it, but that was it.
Yeah. Of course, you have Rob Tapper, Sam Raimi. I was kind of hoping Ted would make a cameo at least, but no.
Not even as like a delivery guy or something. Damn.
No, not even as Hoffman. So,
Shut up. Get out.
yeah. So, yeah, no, Evil Dead Rise was really good. But after the movie,
Oh, God.
Why am I not that feeling about this?
no, it was really, really funny. So,
Afterwards is funny.
yeah,
During
So we
it-
like the movie, yes. So go see it.
Yeah,
But,
it's worth a view. Yeah.
Worth owning.
Worth owning.
yeah,
If you want to be a completionist, yeah.
the completionist in me is gonna get it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, at least see it. It's worth a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll be going by myself.
yeah, Sabrina, you should watch
No,
it.
no, I'm good.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Sabrina's just like, no.
no.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, it's like that cat.
Yeah, I gotta say though, like after our showing, of course, we started talking about like the movie and everything. The characters all did a great job.
Yeah, no, I think all their performances were quite solid. Yeah.
Yeah. My like only gripe with it was that I wish it was like continuing from like either remake or something, or related to the other films, because it sucks. Like it's a great movie by its own, like spin-off wise, but it's again when you're part of a franchise, it kind of sucks how it's like, well,
Yeah.
those movies, and it's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
oh, god damn it, like
Exactly.
okay, so they're really great. But after our movie, this is when it got really interesting. So, like, Tempe Marketplace, we go out and we start, like, chit-chatting with a couple of, like, movie buds over there. And, of course, like, Charles and I were talking more about it. Next thing you know, like, we're standing by our cars. We see this truck, and it's, like, kind of, like, just going through like the parking lot, like this is in front of like the Jimmy John's and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Like that
And it-
parking
Oh,
lot.
over there.
And it's
Oh,
a
okay.
it's a box truck, like one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, like freight and all that. So this thing is just like plowing through, the parking lot. Of course, it's nighttime and all that, but like, of course, there's like some construction, and this truck driver, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, tried to like squeeze through a light, like lamppost and everything, the construction site, and this like one car, and it's just amazing because like Charles and I were just kind of like, so about Evil Dead Rise, it was really great, and we just start looking.
Yeah.
Because like the movie like became like, no, we're focusing on the real world here. Like this guy's like stuck and all that, and you just see the lights like red, white. It's all like trying to like back up and all that. Of course, the dude just has no fucking patience, and he just like freaking like clips a car.
Yep. Clips the back end of the car.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the dude was gonna hit and run, like,
Oh.
you know.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, being like, you know, good citizens we are and all that, like, Charles is like, fuck that shit. It's like, you know, tries to get a pic of like the dude's license plate and all that, and like the truck driver comes out, and he's like, "Is this your car?"
And we're like, no, this isn't our car, but you did hit it.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like coming over, and it's just, you know, this dude. He's like, do you have
pen and
paper? And it's like, no. And he's like, oh well, maybe I've got one in my truck. I'll leave information. It's like. Yeah,
It's like this Middle Eastern fella.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like make fun of his accent. That's literally how he talked. You know, it's like,
In a way, kinda. So, but yeah, so the guy gets out, and we're just like, you know, hey, we're not gonna, you know, pretty much like kind of like hinting, we're not letting you leave, sir, until like whatever. But this teenage girl comes out, and of course, like we were like ready to help, but the moment like this teenage girl says, "My daddy will take care of it," like those words, and I'm just like,
we're like, here we go.
not that we were going to take sides with anything, but then again, sir, you did hit this vehicle and all that. But I'm like, this is more than a $500 like repair job for this thing.
Yeah, and plus it wasn't like an old vehicle either. It was a newer vehicle, like, you know, 2010s at least. You know, heading towards, you know, probably maybe it's more closer to the 2020s. So yeah, it was a newer vehicle. So it wasn't brand new, but it was definitely newer.
So the funny thing is that like, you know, we'll cut it short and everything because we got a lot to talk about on here. Was like we're gonna exchange the info with, you know, the girl and all that. Of course, this guy is still outside and he's like ready to throw like F-bombs, like, "Yo, mind your own business" and everything. Like, fuck, you know, what the fuck?
I thought we were done.
Yeah,
I thought we were good.
Done. I thought we were done. It's
Yeah. We're like, yeah, dude, we're done.
it's so the girls are just kind of like saying, "Get the hell out of here" and all that. And so the guy is actually like following us to our cars, and we're like, "Sir, just fucking get the hell out of our sight right now, or else." And so it's like he still starts throwing F-bombs because no matter what, you're in the wrong. No matter what you do.
Yeah. He's like, why you take picture of my box truck? Yeah, why you take picture of my box truck? I'm like, it's like, dude, it's done. They're gone. This is over. He's like, why you take picture of my box truck? And I was like,
You hit it!
yeah. It's like, what is it? At this point, what does it matter? You know? Yeah.
It's like, you hit it, you dumbass. We're taking evidence photos.
You guys are the innocent bystanders here, so
We're just like, "Congratulations, sir, you lost anyway."
Yeah. And so, yeah, and he keeps fucking following us as we're like trying to like walk away. And he's fucking, you know, and they're like, "Why are you taking me?" And it's like, dude, it's fine. No, it's not fine. It's like, dude, just, like, calm down. Finally, like, we're back at the cars. And finally, I don't know what it was, but something finally just like settled in his mind, and he's just like, and like he kind of like brings his hand up, and he's like, and then he like goes over and like leans like this. I'm like, all right, high five. There we go. And then he's like, okay, bye. And he leaves. And I'm just like,
Well, he was basically worried, like pacing back and forth, and we're just like, "This is more entertaining than Evil Dead Rise."
yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
So we're just like, "Just cross the line, sir," and all that, and we're just kind of nodding our head, like not shocked or anything, just like,
you guys went to a movie and you saw a show.
Yeah, no kidding.
just like nodding. It's kind of like that Silent Bob gif where it's just like he's just nodding, like not even like paying attention, but we're just like, "All right, bye, sir." And so the guy leaves and everything, and we just start laughing, like, "Ha ha ha," you know.
Yeah, and he roars off back towards the gas station that's by there.
He was gonna hit another parked car.
Yeah, I know. He almost did.
He almost
did. Yeah, and then he comes, turns around and comes back and goes around the behind, Tempe Marketplace, like behind the theater there, and then disappears. And we're like, all right, we're out of here.
Show's over, you guys.
Yeah, but no, like the whole thing is like anyone who listens is like a future warning. Also, like, don't park by the construction areas, or I don't know. It's I had just I would just say just park as close to the to the Tempe Marketplace or whatever building you're at as close as you can, because if you just leave your one car, like, I'll park away from everybody, good luck, man, because there could be crazy assholes like that.
Yeah, this dude fucking cutting across multiple, parked, the parking rows. Yeah, cutting right through, and then does that.
Well, to add with like that park construction and all that, this doesn't relate to Evil Dead Rise, but we saw Superman the movie.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
there was like four near like
Oh, that's right.
those
Yeah,
cars, like fucking like people like cutting each other off, and it's dead. Like the parking lot's dead, but these people are like,
Grand Theft Auto.
yeah. People for whatever reason kept trying to cut across this one parking lane. And every time there was always somebody coming up the lane, and it was like, and they're like, and then they, they'd have that weird like yelling match or whatever, and then they'd roar off, and then it was like four times.
Four times. It was different cars too, and it was like, what the hell is going on here? Like,
And it was the same spot. It's like, what the?
They were telling me this when we were there. I'm just like, maybe it's cursed Indian grounds. I don't
yeah, like
no
Pet
kidding.
Cemetery and shit. Like, oh crap, yeah, maybe like a whole the words from the Necronomicon or like something in that parking lot.
Go start taking over. It's like, I'm not driving.
You see Danny gets out of his car, and then it's like Evil Dead 2, where he just flies across the... He's just spitting.
He crashes into Twin Peaks. He's like, ooh.
It continues.
Right between the peaks.
Well, okay, so that was an interesting night of Tempe Marketplace with Evil Dead Rise, but the following day too, like the following night, of course, Vinny wanted to see it, was Renfield, and I gotta say I enjoyed this more than Evil Dead Rise.
Really?
Just because of Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. Hell, even Awkwafina didn't annoy the shit. She was fucking
hilarious.
funny.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Wow.
Like, of course, like what really wanted to for us was, of course, the trailers kind of spoiled it with like the whole like, they redid like the scene from like Dracula where Renfield like meets Bela Lugosi and all that, but it's with Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage, and it was like, okay, like you already got bonus points and all that.
That was pretty damn awesome. Like, I was very surprised that they even did that. I'm like, okay, this is how you do like sequels, right?
Yeah, no, like it was really good. I was like, man, this should have started the Dark Universe right here, this movie.
Yeah.
And so,
Was this a Universal movie?
well, yeah,
I
Renfield,
guess it could.
yeah. So like the first scene that happens too, of course, like how did Dracula get stopped and everything, and of course there's like this one scene with like these hunters and everything. But man, when the action kicks in, it's like full on like gore, there's some chopsocky parts here and there, with like in this mythos, Renfield, whenever he eats bugs, he gets like super kung fu powers.
He gets
and all
like
that.
enhanced abilities from Dracula.
Yeah, and so it's kind of funny. He has like a pocket full of like bugs. And
Yeah,
all
he's
that.
got like a little matchbox full of different insects, and he just nibbles on it, and just his eyes turn all bright orange. He's like,
Yeah, but like when he's like punching someone, like their face like literally flies off. And I'm just like, holy shit!
that was so damn funny too, the way it was shot, because he goes up to an armored police officer. This is a corrupt cop, by the way, but he just rips the guy's face off, and all he sees is the eyeballs, the skull, and the blood. And he's just like, ah!
Yeah, it was like,
Comedy.
whoa, holy crap! Yeah, it was that kind of gore. It's funny, like it's funny. It did like the Evil Dead 2 humor. Like,
Oh, okay,
bloody
okay.
but funny as hell. Whereas
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise was more of like it's serious, over the top, but it's like let's play the serious and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe and I were laughing our asses off to Nicolas Cage's performances because his sass is so high up there as Dracula.
Nicolas Cage is just himself. Like the man's like a walking fucking
Oh, really, Renfield? And where were you this whole time? He's just the hand gestures, the face posture, just. It's just
like he wasn't trying to imitate Bela Lugosi. He was being himself, but
He was just mugging himself. Yeah.
yeah,
Perfect.
And if you watch that movie Face Off, his Springfield like 1911s, like the gold ones.
Oh yeah.
They're in it, yeah. And I was like, of course, yeah. Anyone who loves Face Off, this one, yeah. Sad there was nothing at the end.
No, there was nothing at the end, but the visual effects in this were absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it took place like Louisiana, something like that. Yeah,
Something.
Yeah. So, no, I highly recommend. Like those were the kind of like two horror movies, fighting each other. Of course, Evil Dead Rise, just with its namesake. Renfield kind of opened up to abysmal numbers, but it was No, I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy that more just because.
We definitely recommend you guys go check out Renfield because it was just a shed ton of fun. I definitely will own this on Blu-ray because it was just that good.
Yeah, speaking of,
That's some good praise right there. Yeah.
Dude, I seriously cannot recommend this movie enough. Like, I was actually intrigued to see this movie, even with the blood gore. I was just like, you know what? This looks like
you're just like, like fucking cash. And all
I'm just like, shut up, Cage, and take my money.
Here's money. Go.
Buy another King Cobra.
Now, entertainment factor, yes. Instead of like completionist, like I have to buy it just because.
And they were asking us our opinion on what we thought of the movie, and Joe just goes, "It didn't suck."
It's funny. The guy wrote it and went like. He just paused because, like, I just flat out like, oh, that was pretty damn original. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Like
they could
everyone-
actually put that on like a commercial. It didn't suck.
like,
Nicolas
I
Cage
could just
was a
see like the
bloody good time.
people that were like doing like all the other clipboards. They're like, fuck, man, that was a good one.
You just see them waiting, and they hear that they go, "Damn."
Like the guy who wrote, like you could just see him like writing it like this guy said, and he just pauses and looks like, that was really clever.
And then I said, it was a bloody good time.
He's like, I can't one up that one. Hold on. Bring some gummy worms to this. Yeah.
Bring some chocolate insects.
Bad. But no, like those two movies were really good. Also, it's weird. Like we're now like not the. I was watching Friday night, like Joe Bob and all that, and it was called like his special was called The Halfway to Halloween, and of course around this time, around Scandinavia, Germany, they celebrate this holiday called Walpurgis Night.
Oh, so that's where that came from.
Yeah,
Okay.
Walpurgis and everything. So basically, what is it like? Sex, alcohol, and witches and fire. Like that's what they celebrate.
my.
So this is basically the second Halloween that happens.
dope.
And of course, it never made its way into America because of the fucking name. But if anybody was gonna like popularize that, like please bring it here. The second
100%.
Halloween. I think the second Halloween though is kind of ruined with all our conventions.
Yeah.
The second, third, fourth, except no candy passing and all.
You know what's funny is in Gravity Falls, there's an episode called Summerween where they celebrate Halloween twice every year. But
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of instead
Uh-huh.
of jack-o'-lanterns, they use watermelons, and then they use
Yep.
mellow lanterns.
Oh.
It's a great idea. Like, I'm surprised that you even mentioned that because as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh my god, it's Gravity Falls all over again.
Yeah, where it was like what was it, what instead of the pumpkins they used like turnips or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What?
like it.
That
Well,
was
the history of the jack-o'-lanterns and all that.
Turnips.
They used instead of like pumpkins now, it was like turnips and all that. But like
Yep.
the faces they like carved that people back then like carved it was all like fucking like like that shit's full of nightmares.
It gets really freaky because they get very creative with their carvings. And again, the whole reason for jack-o'-lanterns and the turnips being carved with a face was to scare off entities and demons.
Yeah. So, I was watching the special and everything. Of course, it had the Devil's Reign that was premiering with Joe Bob Briggs, and of course that's the one with William Shatner with his eyes being black and everything. And
Oh.
converted, to some devil worshiper. Like,
Ooh.
it's of course. When you look at it, this was like 1975. So then you see, or I think it's around that year, but you see like it's basically Michael Myers when he has like the black eyes and he just kinda,
that's right.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Shoot.
I showed it to you before, but yeah, that
And he tries not to be compared to that mask.
But he is that.
I know.
that is you, sir. That is you, Jim.
Sir, can you sign this Michael Myers mask for me? It's like, I don't want to sign this mask.
My God, Bones, what have I done?
You're getting paid for this, sir. Oh, well, never mind then.
Damn it! Why couldn't they have used Spock?
That was really good, by the way.
that was pretty good.
Bill Shatner.
Thank you.
Speaking of Star Trek, too, of course, after how many years and all that with, Picard and everything, finally we saw the last season of The Next Generation and all that. Now, me, like, I walk both worlds when it comes to both Star Wars and Star Trek. So to see the Enterprise D in full like action like mode and everything, something we've never, like, Charles, probably you and I are the only ones that probably see next gen of this whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
And
a few episodes. I haven't committed to like watching the entire show.
Yeah, same.
well,
yeah,
and even I saw an article where they said they actually took the original studio model of the Enterprise D and they restored it. Like
Oh.
they managed to get a hold of all of the original molds of like some of the parts that had degraded or worn out or broke over time and replaced it and restored it back to its full glory. And I think they said they were going to put it, I can't remember which museum they said they were going to put it in, but it's basically going to be like immortalized forever, like in this museum as art, like
yeah.
As they should.
That's cool.
as they should. Yeah.
Like, so if I had to like tell anyone about like even that last season was like heavily focus on of course everyone's favorite villains from Next Gen, the Borg. And so I was watching like best of both, like, so the story goes in this last season is the Federation is pretty much like that they struck a deal with the Borg and everything, of course. Knowing the Borg, the people get fucking double crossed
Of
and everything.
course.
But how they did it was like, oh, those evil bastards and all that. So, come to find out, Picard, he has a son, of course, with Beverly Crusher and everything. It's not Wesley, but we find out like Picard's son, it was basically infected from the very beginning with the Borg. Since when Picard got taken over and everything converted.
Oh, right.
So they basically fucked with his sperm and all that. Then like,
Oh,
here you go, dude.
Shit.
That's how like the Borg Queen is able to like talk to him and everything. Like, basically like pull like a Snoke and Kylo Ren and shit. But they did it better.
It pulled the freaking midichlorians.
I know, they freaking did it, man. But
You have me intrigued.
dude, no, it was like I was like, whoa, I'm kind of like jaw dropped and everything. But of course, like the scariest moment too was when like the crew, like the Enterprise and everything, and of course you have 709 played by Jerry Ryan and yeah, I know your favorite.
Oh yeah.
I know we're going to Trek mode here. So
Oh my.
and so
indeed.
like spoiler alert, like what happens is that like hey, like people are like acting weird in like the Federation fleets and all that, like what's been happening. Well, they've been like some of the people have been infected with Borg nanos and all that stuff. How did they did that? So the Borg basically like planted some like virus in the teleporting. So people that use the teleportation.
Oh shit!
So of course, people getting around in Star Trek and all that, and of course, like, oh my god, like there's this part where you see them and they just kind of like we are the Borg, lower your shields. And it like, you just see like the crew, like this one scene where they just kind of stop like pressing buttons, and then they turn to like the captain, and you see like the black veins growing. I'm like,
Oh crap!
abort! like in fact, everyone, and all that other stuff. And of course, like poor Geordie's like daughter or whatever, she got infected too.
Oh,
That's brilliant, though. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, like they play the Federation from the start and all that. So I'm like, oh my god, like kind of like I'm kind of like watching this on my computer, and I'm like holding the back of my head like, come on, get the hell out of there. You guys are old as fuck, but come on.
Yeah.
Because I'm at like the edge of my seat and all that. Like, oh man, this is really like freaking good and all that. And so one part is that like all the Federation ships, they basically like kind of like amass on Earth, Earth's orbit, and they kind of like make the symbol of like the Borg logo and everything like that.
Oh.
So they're basically just ready to attack and infect Earth and all that other
Holy
stuff.
shit.
So the crew, they escape in like this little escape pod, and Geordie's like, well, once you guys were all together, I wanted to keep this as a surprise and all that. And so the one ship that was like offline, that didn't have like the teleporter, shit with all the other ships. So of course the fucking doors open and everything, and then and then like you see the Enterprise D, because that ship was destroyed in Generations, one of the films, and it's just like the fanboy was just like, okay, let's see,
Chewie, we're home.
yeah. But they had everybody on it. They had the crew like nothing has changed whatsoever.
Wow.
And so they got like Riker, Data. Data now is human, so they don't need to like put him in makeup anymore. Because
He is?
so he died in Nemesis. And so what happened? That's just fucking weird. So apparently there was like a kind of there was a human that had the same DNA as like the maker of Data, but of course he had like kind of like, I don't know, some like android brain or something like that.
Yeah.
So before that retard brother, the low intelligence brother that Data had, the one from Nemesis, they basically took his like memory banks and put it into the human version.
Oh,
Wow.
So now he can be like, he's all human now and all that.
so that's how they describe, or that's how they get around the fact that he's older.
Exactly.
He's human.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they
I was
can't.
wondering
to
about that.
cut budget and all that. Like, we're not going to de-age you. It's just you're going to be a human now.
That's
and all that.
Okay, I see what they did there.
So he's just like, Captain, I'm kind of feeling a sensation and all that. And so, of course, he's having feelings now. So you're like, like that's heartwarming and all that. Everything was basically just like seeing this crew all together, and this is it. There's no like, hey, the anniversary episode. You finally got Patrick Stewart, the entire cast, all together just for one last ride. This pretty much was on par with Undiscovered Country with the original crew.
Wow.
So, of course, me fucking tear
Well,
and all
yeah.
that. Like, and I'm just like sharing the video and all that in the chats, and I shared it to my older brother because he kind of introduced me to Star Trek, and he was just all like, is it like how good is it with Next Gen? And I'm like, oh, it's Insurrection good. Of course, it wasn't really a popular flick. He's just like, yeah, fuck you. And I'm like, no, it's First Contact, like fantastic, like great. And so I showed him the video with the Enterprise D, and he was just like, oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
That's awesome.
I know, man. So definitely for anyone who's not like Star Trek fans, I know like there's a lot of techno babble and all that. Just I would say for normal people, just focus on key episodes. I know people love the JJ verse a lot, but there's some like moments in the Kirk, Picard, and Voyager series, and even Deep Space Nine that did a good job.
So,
They had quite a few good episodes too for Deep Space
Yeah,
Nine.
so it's
all 7 of 9.
Oh yes, yes.
Is that your crush?
Oh yeah, yeah. Selma Hayek and 7 of 9. Yep, those are my two right there.
check a bam
Oh yeah. I mean, can you blame me?
Right when that scene happened from Dusk Till Dawn, I knew I wasn't gay.
Exactly.
But no. That was definitely good. What's up, Vinny?
No, sorry. I was gonna add to it. I grew up watching Star Trek, Enterprise, and all that stuff, like the Picard series. But it really didn't click with me, even though like I would sit there and watch these guys, babble about like scientific stuff. I'm just sitting there going. That was me in my special times. Like I was being introduced to sci-fi.
Okay, you don't know how I was. Like, so my cousins Emily and Patty, they were the huge like Trek fans in the house and all that. So we're watching this, and it's just like, oh my god, these people are talking and all that, and I'm just like. You know what would have been awesome if, that bald guy had a lightsaber. So that was just like, oh god, here we go again, the comparisons. But like, of course, like one of the episodes that really got me like, ooh, was the Borg episode where Picard got abducted and all that, and so I was just like, oh shit, who the hell are these guys and all that, and like my older brother, he's like, oh yeah, they're like space robot zombies and all that. And I'm like, oh, what the hell did they do to, Picard? He has the robot claw hand and all that. They just cut off his hand and all that. Like, how they're going to, reattach his, hand? Is it going to be like Luke with a robot hand and shit? Like, no, they just put something over it. So, you can't, rip off, Picard's arm and shit.
Kind of like the Cybermen from Doctor Who.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of.
Yeah. He's more machine now than man, but
Twisted
and evil. But no. So for anyone watching, Picard, that was a great wrap up to the next gen. It didn't end with Nemesis, and ended with this one. So
All right.
yeah,
Cool.
So with I want to talk about Flash a lot so much, though.
God, I know. Like, okay, so Joe
It's
and
your
I.
episode. We can.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's mostly gonna be like. Oh wait. Let's talk about.
We've been toy hunting like crazy for those figures.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like this was probably me and Joe have been cutting back for a lot of stuff. Like we've been selling and getting rid of things, but as soon as these Flash figures dropped, and we see the Michael Keaton Batmobile and the Batwing.
So wait. Okay, this was like right after it was, the start of it was like right after a D&D game.
Yeah.
So after we were done, like we went to Target over on Longmore. My mind's completely off from the McFarlane Flash figures and everything, and so toy hunting. I thought those days were over and shit. No, it was not. So
They pulled me back in.
So like we walk in and we're just like Vinny just starts doing his little like Vinny does like this little penguin hobble walk and all that, and so like when you're excited, and so we walk into the toy aisle and I'm like, oh shit, let's like X-wings like file left and all that, because like of course what we all hate from Targets is you see those damn phone people with those clipboards and they're like they're eyeballing you, ready to be like, excuse me sir, like what's your provider, like, oh fuck off, like get the hell away from me, I know what you're trying to do.
Abort, deflect.
Yeah. Bank left. And so, of course, wasn't that actiony. So we're just,
But in our heads, that's what we're thinking.
yeah. So we got to one of the aisles, and of course, I know you were looking for. Originally, we were looking for the Masters of the Universe,
Yeah.
the movie line. But then, like, we see the Dark Flash, and we're like,
Whoa.
those just got out right now. And of course, it was street dated the day that we played, and we're like, God damn it! Of course, the day we don't check in the morning, they put these out. Of course, there ain't no Keatons, there ain't nobody else.
No, but you got Dark Flash, regular Flash, and Supergirl, and the Batman Returns Flash suit.
Yeah. So we went to the McClintock store, and it was more like trying to get like my older brother. Like I didn't want these. Like if Keaton wasn't in it, why bother? And so like my older brother, he was like, yeah, you gonna pick those up for me? Sure, why not?
But then, as soon as you did that, like something just gripped you. You're like, I must have them all.
dude, it was growing, man. It was just like, that's the dark side of geekdom and all that. You're just like, more. Like, it's not complete. You
Like
know?
Kylo Ren. More.
Yeah, something like that. But no, I remember we just kept looking day to day, just like, hey, did you check your area? Nothing. Then like one faithful day, walking to Power McKellep's store. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna ask. Hey, sir, do you have this toy and all that? Here's the DPCI and everything. Guy just looks and he's like, hold on 1 second. Yeah, we have 6 of these.
I'll take 5. I'll take 5, sir.
I'll take the lot.
So this guy, like, he's like, okay. Now, which one did you want? And I'm like, Terminator, like all. Like he like pulls out like the Keaton one. I'm just like, because when you show them, it's weird now. Target workers, they like ask for the picture now. So I'm just like, okay, this figure. Guy comes out. He has like the box, but he pulls out the Keaton Batman figure, and I just look at them, and I'm just like, I just see them. Buy us. And I'm like, God damn it. You guys are accessories and all that to Michael Keaton. So I'm just like, I'll grab like all the toys, and I'm just like,
Sprinting.
It's like a fucking like a
Indiana Jones.
It's like debris falling.
He's got to.
And so, I get out there, and of course, I'm sending like pictures, like the basket to like Vinny and my older brother.
Oh, my God.
And our friend Dean. And they're just like, no fucking way. And I'm just like,
I'm over getting these pictures. I'm like, God damn it! Fuck!
because it's one of those things. Whenever we all travel together, it's like, wait, whoever finds that, if you want it, go ahead, it's yours. But it's like,
No, like, and we've been searching like crazy. I've been helping him find all these figures in the vehicles. I've been going to Macy's a couple of times trying to find the Keaton Batmobile, and this fucker over here sends me pictures. I'm like, I want it.
I'm just like,
But I'm over here like, hey, you better pay me for the stuff I'm picking up for you.
yeah. But no, I think that what was the funniest though was that goddamn Batwing that showed up like,
On my birthday.
And no, by the way,
He's like, is that for my birthday?
no.
On my birthday.
It sucks. There's no lights on that thing. Like,
Wait, really?
There's no lights or sound on that thing. But if it wasn't for one of my coworkers, and he toy collects too, he's just like, hey man, besides if that movie does good, or once everything's all done, be aware of scalpers. Once that whole thing is like sold out.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You son of a bitch.
fuck. Like the fat guy in the obese commercial, like, get the cup. Give me it, So I got it and everything. I'm like assembling this thing, and that thing was monstrous. I'm just like, wow.
I want to see this.
Yeah,
I want to see this thing in person, including the Batmobile. Like, I just want to see what these suckers look like. I'm going to eventually get the Batmobile.
Yeah.
I'm looking at getting the Spin Masters Batwing because it's actually big enough to fit the figures. You just got to modify and work it out. And I'll be fine with that. But like that McFarlane one really is itching at me. It's just I can't do the 250 right now. But $40 for a Batwing that's close to scale, I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that's all I got for this episode. So we'll be concluding it now with this. I'm your host today, Joe.
Vinny.
Sabrina.
Danny.
Charles.
And this is the Petty Cash Podcast. So slow down, chew your food.